Thank you, Bogdan, for this introduction. And hello and good evening, everyone. Actually, in the 80s, we had our first business. It was founded even before I was born. It was kind of jewelry, jewelry shop. And the motivation behind it was to establish something that can help our members, can give them work. And also, in our movement, a long time ago, fundraising was kind of way of life. And fundraising is, it's good, but it's for short term and for internal growth, it's good. So this was kind of initiation to start a business to replace it with the fundraising. So fundraising it's good for short term and internal growth, but not for a lifestyle. So that was the initiation as well. To keep the community together. You mentioned our community is small, and back then even smaller than now. And to work together is something that we can keep in touch on daily basis. So those 10 years from 18 to 90, it was this kind of business, and then it collapsed later on. And then was the initiation to establish the Unisara Ltd business. So it was a company, a general company. And later on, actually in 2010, we had 3 years a public center, and it was also supported by the Japanese sisters. And when the funding finished and the Japanese sisters couldn't stay, we needed to, how to continue. So the public place closed. Back then in 2010, our parents founded the first coffee shop called You Need Coffee. So the initiation of this, even
So
choosing
this was
the
now,
name.
it was 10 years ago, you said, or 12 years ago?
It was 12 years ago. So even choosing that name was part of the internal meaning as you need God. We called it You Need Coffee.
Okay. Almost the same thing, huh?
Almost the same thing. And yeah, opening a coffee shop after those three years of operating a public center was also something that we did in order to stay together. And not to have the obligation of work, and also to have the freedom whenever God is calling us, whenever the providence is there. Also, in the past was many years that was the MEPI providence. And every time the MEPI happened, we needed to, all our team needed to function it and to do it. So we couldn't really work in a proper place that give us the freedom to do those things. And so we created this business together.
What was in it? So that's what motivated to start it. Was there a time where it was difficult to keep going, or?
Well, this is part of the
like
thing.
Or
yeah, this is part of the thing. I think also in the 90s when they had the other business, it was a war, or this time it was Corona, right, for 2 years. So, and sometimes also it was quite hard to keep it going. But still, even in those hard time and hardship time, we had in mind that, this is God's business and we need to stay together. And actually, this is kind of miracle that we did stay, many businesses, and I'm sure you have it in your countries as well. And in our country as well, in Jerusalem as well, many businesses.
The coffee shops come and go. There's a huge fluctuation with that in my town where I live. So.
Yeah, but here also many businesses closed and shut down, but our business kept going really miraculously. And also in one point of the Providence as well, through Mother was sharing about Magnolia and the coffee shop. And this is really gave us, the boost to even keep going internally. To have the coffee shop also as a place of witnessing. So this is a place when, people can come and chat, not only drink coffee, but also, this give and take with people. So, the fundraising, maybe it's one level, there is fundraising, but then there is the witnessing. And then the witnessing is also a different level that we can share, converse with people, talk with people. So many people come to shop and share their own life stories, just one cup of coffee. So this is also a place where we can really serve people, but also, have those contacts.
Mhm, mhm. And in a sense, I think in the last month, and why we really invited you now to share with us today, is that you could actually secure a new center, right, in Jerusalem. And it feels like you're moving somehow on the next level now with getting a new center, and you also have a business plan for that center. Would you like to share us something about how this center came about? I saw the picture with you, and I guess the person you're either buying or renting from. And you seemed quite happy, so there must be a story behind that picture.
Well, I think also this, it's foundation of years and also internal foundation, many brothers and sisters that invested. And I cannot say it's, also a miracle. Suddenly it's happened, but really after many years of praying, after many years of lots of conditions that people did, just to have a place for God, just to have, sometimes we say, this is a movement or this is property of, our movement, but this is a place that God can stay, though God can dwell. And I think the first foundation was maybe formation stage was this culture center that I was talking about, 2007, 3 years. So we moved to the growth stage now. And now we are going to rent it. So it's not really, the completion stage for me is if we will have it really our own and we will buy the place, which we are planning to do. But for now, even this is really a place that we can educate people, we can bring people, we can meet people. Even after the summit 2022, we could bring former prime minister from Israel. And then we thought, yeah, but we don't have a place to host him. And all those Knesset members and people that we have contact with, we don't have where to bring. So we need a proper place for a VIP room and VIPs to meet. And I think the initiation, though, we need to remember that true parents' desire for Israel was to build an hotel. And this hotel will be a peace embassy. That was their request. To educate for culture, for peace, to all the Middle East. So this was their vision and their dream. So I think this is our main target. And now it will be a bit smaller, but that's the next stage.